Hello, hello, welcome back. Today is day 27 of voice training. Um, Bear with me a little bit today. I am not feeling the greatest, which is probably why yesterday I fell asleep when I took my nap after work. Um, I was going to try to see how long I can go without skipping a day. And unfortunately, yesterday was the day that I missed out and skipped on some voice training. So I want to get back into it. I'm doing 90 days of voice training, working on it every day, which the beginning of January it wasn't too bad. But now that I'm working full time, I started my master's program. It's becoming a lot. So I need to work on my priorities, work on my time management, and yeah, hopefully we can keep going. So let's get into it. Today is day 27, like I said. Um, we're gonna try something a little different, just because I'm not feeling the greatest, and we're gonna watch another video. So I found this video of Icky, and we are gonna watch this and kind of talk about it, and that'll probably be it. So I can go to bed. Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock where I'm at, and I get up at I don't know, like 5:36. But yeah, let's just jump into it.
Not going to take place here on the floor. I just need to get this intro out, otherwise I don't think I'll start. I recently tried ADHD medication and it really helped me. It was like seeing the world in color for the first time, but that was merely a test and I am no longer on ADHD medication, so I am sorry. I'll probably go off track. I'm sorry to my editor.
It's fine. I've got this Icky back on track animator button. All I need to do is press it and then...
Today's video is about voice training. It is widely requested. It's like one of the most requested videos.
Yeah, I love her voice. Her voice is so good. I want to try to get something like that.
That I've ever had, really. So I'm going to talk about voice training and how I did it and hopefully fill you with confidence. I also have some new clothes that I ordered and I'm going to try them on to kill two birds with one stone. So the main thing I get asked is, how did I voice train? What did I do? How do I sound like this? And how can people sound like I do? I think people think voice training is like, you have to have expensive lessons and you have to commit like...
Yeah, that's something that I see a lot of, and I think that's something that I do want to do. Or at least right now, I think I want to do that at the end of this 90-day challenge. It'd be nice to compare my progress from 0 to 90 days by myself, and then also compare my voice change from having like a one-on-one coach practice and training. I think it'd be interesting. I'm sure I would learn more um, and quicker with one-on-one getting feedback. I know feedback is very important when it comes to learning. Um, yeah, that's something that I do want to look into.
How do I sound like this and how can people sound like I do? I think people think voice training is like, you have to have expensive lessons and you have to commit like 6 months to a year of your life where you kind of train every day and you have to do exercises that can be quite complicated, but I didn't have that experience. I did it in my own little unique way. I'm also trying on clothes. I bought a bunch of summery pieces from a shop called Tank Air. Here's one of them. I love this. This is really nice. I'm gonna be trying these on whilst I ramble about voice training. I don't have very good control over my voice. I cannot sing. So if you think that you need like a perfect singing voice to be able to voice...
I can't sing, so I mean it'd be cool to sing, but I think that door is closed.
train, you definitely do not. I was really worried about that. And I was worried that because I couldn't hit high notes or any notes, that I wouldn't actually be able to have a feminine voice, but it turns out it doesn't matter. I used a YouTube creator to voice train. I use Trans Voice Lessons on YouTube. If you haven't seen them, go to Trans Voice Lessons. I think they do like either a website or Patreon or something, but they're awesome. I use their videos to help with the kind of technique that you need to voice train, because you do need to learn something. You can't just raw dog it, I don't think. You do need to know a little tiny bit. I just want to show off that I am slaying right now. Queen. God, that was cringe.
I love skirts, but I hate denim fabric. Anything denim, I can't stand. Okay, yeah, I know it's not about voice training, but I can't stand denim.
Show off that I am slaying right now. Queen. God, that was cringe. I learned how to raise my larynx, which is where I don't know how to explain it better than that. I already explained it in the sentence.
Yeah, just do that. Just raise your larynx. Your voice box. Yeah, how do you raise that with a muscle? Raise the larynx makes it tighter. Yeah, I want to keep learning on how to raise my larynx, my voice box.
You are very conscious about raising it whilst you're talking so that you can hit like a more feminine pitch. And when you first start, it's a little bit rough. It's difficult to find a comfortable sound. It does sound really uncomfortable, but I use those techniques. I did that heat from fire, fire from heat, which really kind of helps you like really focus on the sounds. I did not go very in depth. I did not study too hard. I watched like 2 or 3 videos on the subject and then practice, I would say, for less than a week. And this isn't me saying like,
Less than a week? What the heck? Nah. What?
after a week I nailed it, I am perfect. No, I just practiced for a week and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna apply this to every single conversation I have forever. It was like when I move in with my friends at university, we had like a shared accommodation. Ugh. And I was decided that when I moved there into the shared house, that would be my time to do my social transition. And then I'd also commit to my voice training. And my commitment wasn't like I will commit to practicing. It was I will commit. However my voice sounds now after I've learned, I will just apply that. I will use that voice every day. That is my new voice, just like I was in my new identity and my new gender and my new pronouns. I kind of just went all in. Low-key, another slay. Had to get out of there.
When you need a last-minute dress,
Yeah, I think um we're 27 days in. I think I do need to practice more. I want to find, you know what? I think I want to I think I want to change when I'm doing my practicing and training. So I usually make these videos at night before I go to bed. I think I want to wait. I think I want to wake up earlier, make them in the morning, and then I can implement what I've learned in that video or what I've been talking about that day throughout the whole day. So instead of learning and figuring out what to practice and then going to bed and forgetting about it, I think I might start doing this in the morning, which is going to be rough.
Really wanted to commit. I just wanted to be like, this is my new life and this is what I'm doing now. And I just really wanted to get it over with. I was quite good, and I am quite good at like doing the difficult bit at the start to then reap the rewards later. This t-shirt is compressing all of my organs together. I ordered a large for this very fear. So my practice came in the form of like conversation with people, the person I was dating at the time, with my friends, with family, with, you know, university tutors, everybody. No actual like specific practicing, maybe like the heat from fire, fire from heat as like a warm-up, like a vocal warm-up to get started for the day. But I never really did the exercises again, like the larynx raising exercises or anything like that. They kind of became natural the more I used my voice. To be honest, this was kind of like trial by fire. It meant that my voice did not pass for a really long time, where I was either intoxicated or really tired, like early in the morning, or ill. My voice would be really deep. I wouldn't have that control over it. It was a really, really conscious effort. I would have to try really hard to kind of keep it in that female range and the female pitch, sounding nice. Lots of things could interrupt that. You know, if I had to answer the door to the postman, I'd be hiding behind the door because it just, you know, it was cringe. It was difficult. You know, for a little while, it felt a bit fake because I would have to put it on. I would have to try. Then suddenly, one day, I was a year into my transition. I moved into a new apartment and I woke up early in the morning and I answered the door and I sounded like this. I was like, oh my God, like it's sticking now. And it just kind of became easy. It became natural. It's not something I have to think about anymore. Going back into my regular outfit now. So it's not like I did anything particularly crazy. I just kind of committed. I just kind of did the same thing I did with my social transition and outfits where I went for it. And I didn't kind of put it off or, you know, not try and think about it because I knew the earlier I started, the better it would be. There are some key things that you can focus on early to try and get there quicker. Focusing on your resonance of your voice from being in your chest. So when your voice is a deeper pitch, you can feel it in your chest vibrates. And if you can move that up into like the back of your mouth, the top of your throat, it's a more feminine sound, it's softer. Another thing to add to really kind of make your voice sound much more feminine, much more quickly, is fluctuating pitch. So the opposite of like a monotonous flat voice, you kind of, you go up and down in your speech, and that can make you sound a lot more feminine. If I'm in a stressful situation outside where I want to kind of really hardcore pass, I will focus on fluctuating my voice and going higher at the end of my sentences and like, really making sure that I'm like, hi, how are you? Are you okay? And really making it at the top of my throat and mouth. And yeah, but when I'm at home, I'm kind of like, sometimes like,
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you, how are you?
it's very down here and it's not too much effort. Progress is not always linear. However, the more you do it, the better you'll get. You can drop back on your voice training and feel like you're losing progress, but you most likely are not. It's the same with everything. If you keep at it, it will go well, you'll get better. And the kind of best thing about it is that you're using muscles that can be trained, and that's why it becomes natural, because you are training those muscles. I have lost my old voice. I can make my voice go kind of deep, I think. It's not like I can just kind of drop the act and go back to my old really bassy voice. I can, that's kind of bassy, I guess. Like, I can't do it. It takes physical effort. I would have to unlearn the things that I have learned. My old voice is dead. If you do like your original voice, you have to practice that. You'll have to practice both ends of the spectrum and be able to like have the deep bassy and that, softer, like more feminine pitch. But if you don't care, that's great news. I didn't care. I'm happy to be like this. I love my voice. I don't know enough about voice training, so you really should check out like trans voice lessons or other creators that can actually teach you the real technical stuff that I don't know. But that is what I did, and hopefully this helps you realize that it's maybe not quite as complicated as you thought, and you could have a good chance at doing it. Thank you for watching me try on a bunch of stuff. You were a helpful guest, and I agree with all of your takes on the pieces. Also, if you didn't know, sometimes I make comics. Mine are currently out of print, but they will be back in our online store soon, hopefully soon. But if you like smut, I did a guest cover for the new Penthouse comic. So Penthouse is like an adult magazine. Penthouse Comics is like a comic version of that magazine. And I did a little guest cover, a little biggie guest cover, which is cute. And you can buy that in stores like right now. So if you wanted.
Yeah, I think that is, um, I think that was good. I think I need to commit more. I think um, the growth is definitely not linear, and I think this past week, I think the first couple weeks I've been going up and doing a little better, but now I think this past week I've been going down a bit. I need to bring them back up and keep going, doing some more progress. But um, yeah, I think I need to commit more, do some more practice and exercises during the day. But that was a good video. Um, yeah, so I guess not too much actual physical practice today, but yeah, I guess kind of gathering, centering ourselves, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. So I'll see you then.